Everything you touch, everything you do, everywhere you go leaves a footprint. Everything is moving towards the Internet of Things. Everything is being gathered, everything is being stored, and unfortunately for us, everything is being breached. Breached by people who are much smarter than me, by nation states, by other organisations, and being leaked. They're then being sold as a commodity within the deep web for a pittance. Less than £1 for specific records. I don't need your credit card information because that's not what I'm targeting within this instance. And from that, I can look to exploit your organisation.
How do you get across the importance of digital hygiene?
Yes, absolutely. I like to give demonstrations to boards, etc. And I like to shop them. I utilise something very, very simple, such as I would take a list of AD password hashes, something very, very simple passwords again, easy to crack, but to demonstrate. I then ask somebody on the board and on a separate test system that we could create. We could run a virtual Windows server on a laptop or something, get them to create them account and then get them to change the password. And just for demonstration purposes, I'd utilise dictionary words from that. I'd then utilise a different session where I'd connect and I'd use a tool such as Kane to go through the password hashes and show them just how quickly we can crack their passwords based on simplicity. I'd then utilise the same example by getting them to create a more complex password and show them how important it is for them to use that. And it would show that Kane, for instance, instead of taking 5 minutes to crack their dictionary password, say it's a 10 character password utilising upper and lowercase, special formatting characters, numbers, etc., may now come up at an estimated time of 3.5 months.
Do we think we're trying to fit a technological solution around human nature compared to actually looking at how human nature interacts with the technology? The reason I'm saying that is back to the comment before where I said I feel like there is a need to give the information. Let me expand upon that point. We are now talking about a generation where AR is no longer a thing. So augmented reality, we're not looking for Google Glass to tell us what X is via some type of mechanism or some type of mean. You're talking about a generation, and I'm probably the later end, and so is Alex, that our whole life is augmented around the data exchange with a larger system. So if one person's a weak point and you've got 7 billion weak points because you've got 7 billion people, or 8 billion, whatever the current population is, now we're trying to fit a technological solution on too many weak points compared to looking at how the weak points are supposed to be acting and trying to find a different mechanism to allow that access to happen.